Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I do Oracle energy check reads. I don't use any tarot cards. I have nothing against it. I just have a different way of reading energy. And the messages that I was getting, I hope that wherever you are safe, especially this weather. I'm here in Texas and we just had a winter storm. It's not as bad as, at least where I live, it's not as bad as what they had entailed. We did get some snow, nothing too crazy. Thank God the power didn't go out or anything like that as far as where I live goes. I hope that wherever you are safe, you are dealing well with the situation. And if you're not, I send you positive energy. And the messages that I was getting was something has just started and something has just begun. And right when I said that, I got a notification on my phone that said extreme winter warning in the area for the next 19 hours. That's so funny. So there could be something that's a warning, but I didn't take it that way. But for some of y'all, this could be a warning or a wake up call that something has just started, whatever that is. And then the other message I got was, if you know, you know. And then also I was getting it as, are you in the know? Do you know? Do you know where you're going? Do you know the things that life is showing you? Where are you going to? Do you know? Yeah, that song. Do you know? Are you in the know? Do you know? Something started. We might have to like tune in to something. Okay. Oh. Well, this came in reverse. Lost in the fames, wealths, or illusion. So we're not lost in that, so that's good. So maybe we know. Sensual frame of flesh. Sensual frame of flesh. These are very artistic phrases from poetry, from little snippets of poems, a very famous English lit poetry. So that's just about a feeling, a sensual frame of flesh. Could mean anything. It's not talking about what you think. There's no sex, okay? This is all like English lit phrases to help us guide this energy of where it may lie and lead us. And it's going to get clarified with these oracle cards from the Moments of Mystical Magic. Oh, see, the Oracle of Mystical Moments. And that's my dyslexia coming out. I say things and I write things out of order. Okay. But I know what it is in my head and I know what I remember, but sometimes it'll just come out askewed a little bit. But not, it's just reversed or out of order. But the information is still there. That's why I have a hard time typing. Okay, let me clarify these cards. Let me see if anything wants to jump out. Something may seem a little bit askewed and out of order. Maybe that's what the warning was across my screen, that I got the pop-up warning for the weather. Maybe it's saying you need to be aware of something that may be askewed or out of order. Nothing wants to pop out. Okay. Oh, wow, that's so apropos. I can't wait to clarify that for y'all. That's hilarious. The energy on the bottom of the deck is House of Flowers. And this is a 36, which breaks down to a 9. And a 9 is all about closing out cycles. We are in a 9 year. And 9s are about elevating through sacrifice and doing it in a very humanitarian way to gain more knowledge and wisdom, like a sage would. And there's a 3 in here, so it could be about creativity, it could be about community and communication. And the 6 is in here, and that is all about harmony and love, which is all about your home. And this House of Flowers has the same energy as the 4 of Wands in the tarot deck. So we are talking about our home, our community. This could be talking about your 4th house. in terms of that. But this is about your home, your community, your could also be your place of work, but whatever, your stability in this. But this has to do with creativity. It is about your home, harmony, and love. Something that's very beautiful to you, or you that is very maybe even has a lot of sentimental value to you, but something that you really love, that brings you a lot of harmony. And a house of flower, definitely your home, your community, your little nest that you love, whatever that is. Sometimes for some people it's their job, it could be your hobby, whatever you, wherever you feel like is home in this situation. That's your little nest, whatever that is. Okay, I went off on a tangent on that. I might edit that because I just went, I don't know, I felt the need to clarify that it might not necessarily be your house, but it could be. The element, we'll see. The number one element that is guiding us through this energy is water, something that's emotional. And the secondary element is earth, something that's tangible. So yes, kind of like your home, that would make sense. The tool that we're going to be using in these 7 chakras, however you want to say it, is the heart chakra. Definitely water is the element, heart is the tool, so that totally makes sense. And the lesson that we're going to be learning through the 7 deadly sins is greed. The Chinese zodiac sign or signs, because sometimes I pull more than one, that are clarifying these energies. The goat. The goat is the 8th sign in the Chinese zodiac. It is the energy of honest, kind, empathic nature, and loyal. The negative side is it could be boring, attention-seeking, avoids risk, overly sensitive, and need for approval. You could be born in the year of the goat. You don't have to be. The numerology energy that is helping us guide us through this reading is, or that's the most prominent energy in this reading is, I got 2. That's funny. Number 2, you could be a life path 2. You don't have to be. 2s are all about cooperation, bringing peace, balance back into a relationship or situation, strong intuition. And that's why the High Priestess in the tarot deck is the number 2, in a sense. 4 is, so I love that too, cooperation, something about working together to bring a balance. You could be a life path 4, you don't have to be. It's all about stability, dependable, practical, loyal, no nonsense, heads down approach. Loyal. So 4, I got loyal, and the number 4 and goat is also being very loyal. So some type of loyalty in this energy. A loyalty. Whatever side you're on that, it's dealing with that. There's definitely a theme of that coming up in here. And I think I pulled everything. Yes. Okay. So we're not lost in wealth's illusion, because this came in reverse. We're seeing things very clearly in the material sense. And earth was the secondary element that we got. Number 21, tiny triumphs, which breaks down to a 3, which is very creative and also about communication. A 2 is about the balance that we have, a cooperation, bringing peace to a situation, and 1 is all about new beginnings. So I feel like since this is straight out of the gate, this is the first 2 energies that are in the reading. I feel like collective is understanding, and they're having a win in understanding things. They're seeing things clearly, and it's helping them to move in this new beginning. They're beginning to understand the communication, maybe within their community or about their community or about their surroundings. And they're able to balance it out really well. They're doing some type of cooperation or bringing peace to a situation, or they're seeing that maybe they need to, or you're seeing that maybe you need to in this situation. And it's going to bring, this is a successful energy that you're moving in, because it's like, ah, by George, I've got it kind of thing. Like, you kind of see what needs to be done and you're not lost in it anymore, which is great. And this has to do with your house or your community or something that's near and dear to you, like a home. And then sensual frame of flesh. And since we got greed, I kind of feel like for some reason Spirit is telling me this is kind of representing frame. Interesting. Did somebody get framed? 49 is, because this is about a tricky situation right here. And 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Is that right? Yes. I can't, the numbers get screwed up in my head because of my dyslexia. Interesting. 4 is about stability, which we got in the numerology. And 9 is all about closing out some cycles and essentially raising your vibration, elevating, getting to your higher self through some sacrifices and some struggles, which makes sense in this card, which the elephant is feeling a little bit, having to deal with the situation, keys on a tree, being very creative and challenged in this and getting the key. But he got the key, you get the key, you get it, because you're not lost in fame's illusion. You see very clearly what's going on, and that's going to bring you a lot of success. I feel like something about the framework of something that looked really good, but it led you to a complex situation. Something was framed to look really nice and pretty, but it turned out to not exactly be that way. And maybe it was kind of like sold to you in a sense, like that it would provide you everything, and it's necessarily not in that way. But you're learning to bring stability in this challenge, in this tricky situation. You're going to bring stability to whatever was framed as being looking really good. Like, oh, this portrait looks really good, and then you take it home and you realize, you look at it closer and it's not what you thought it was. It was sold to you. It was presented as something different. And I feel like, yeah, you're learning how to move differently because you've been awakened to the way a situation is, and you're basically seeing through it. You're seeing through whatever the deception is, or whatever was told to you, or what looked one way, not the other. We're getting a lot of that. So I feel like there's a big wake up call. I think a lot of people collectives really waking up to whatever you're dealing with in this house of flowers, whether it be your work, your home, your community. Community could be big or small, or even just what you love to do in whatever brings you joy in your foundation. You're seeing it clearly. You're seeing the bigger picture, and maybe somebody messed with it a little bit or framed it, put some kind of framework around it that you thought enhanced it or made it feel safer or better, when in actuality it didn't. And you're finding a different way to move in that. I feel like we're going to end up coming back to that haunting meditation. So the reverse, this was in reverse. Haunting meditation, I feel like in this is about an awakening. This is about facing your fears. In this morning dew girl, 13 breaks down to a 4, which is very stable energy. A 1 is a new beginning, and 3 is about communication, or it could also be about a community. Again, I feel like it's about a community. It could be, or just communication in general about a situation, and creativity in the way that you're going to think about this. Because maybe you have to look at it a little bit differently or strategize. So this haunting meditation in reverse, I feel like was kind of like maybe the warning, because you think of meditation being so cool and it's haunting, it like lingers with you. I feel like it's like it keeps going on and on and on. I feel like the opposite of meditation would be like stress. So a stressful, like to the point, like maybe like a warning, like we had with the weather coming across my phone, wake up call. Something happened very quick and prominent and sharp that caused you to come to this awakening. Maybe something that you weren't in the know about, now you've become in the know. You're figuring stuff out now. Maybe you thought you were on the outside of something, or you always thought you were in the inside of something, and now you realize you were kind of on the outside of something, and that's waking you up to this situation, which is kind of alarming to you in that sense. But because you got the awakening, somebody doesn't want me to talk, or spirit or something. First time I've had to do that. And we did get the warning earlier in this message. So something must be pretty important. And my phone is just leaning over here to the side because I don't have a stand. Antique precious, something that's very precious and of great value to you. Clarified by the gardener, whatever it is that you're trying to grow. Your personal growth, who you are, or something that you've really been working on for a long time. Something that you put your blood, sweat, and tears into. That could be anything. That could be you as a person. That could be your job. That could be your relationship. That could be your community, a friendship, platonic, romantic, anything that you feel like is really has to do with the growth. 27 breaks down to a 9. We're in the 9 year. We know 9s are all about closing out cycles and elevating through struggle and sacrifice for the greater good. But you're balancing out something in the 2 energy, and the 7 is all about learning and potentially doing it in a 7s are very spiritual, in a very spiritual way, maybe even, or given to you, maybe even some spiritual knowledge about this growth that you're doing. That is 4 and a 2. Also, if you take the 4 and the 2 that we got in the numerology, you add those 2 together, that's a 6, which is very harmonious energy. But we're talking about stability and cooperation. So this awakening that woke you up, whatever warning sign that you got clued into, it's going to help you with whatever is very precious to you in the growth of that. It's going to allow the growth to be more than it was. It's going to allow the growth to stay or be protected or whatever that is. It is a positive thing for this, as the gardener, whatever it is that you're trying to build or you have been building or whatever it is that you've been cultivating. A noiseless patient spider, clarified by number 48, the butterfly garden, which is all about pausing and taking a step back to look at how beautiful everything is. A 4 is all about, we got the 4, is all about stability. 8 is about your abundance. And a 4 and an 8 breaks down to 12, which breaks down to a 3, which is all about creativity, communication, or your community. I almost feel like this is about a community type situation. I don't know why I keep getting that. I don't know, but maybe it has to do, it's you and one more person. It's definitely, no, you're not doing this alone by yourself. So being patient is these to reiterate one another. This is all about, this is like the temperance card in the tarot deck. Bringing balance to a situation and being able to sit in that energy and taking a step back and really admiring it, soaking it all up, taking it all in. So pausing, there's going to be a pause that either you're going to do or you're going to need to do, or maybe that you did do, or that's going to happen, that's going to bring you a lot of buoyancy in a situation. And you can see these houses are up in the air with these balloons, very buoyant. That's why I was kind of laughing at the irony of these two cards, are together in that sense, reiterating one another, just like these two were. So there's a lot of, I feel like you're going to get a lot of clues or signs or reiteration in things, maybe even deja vu kind of feeling, not really, where you're like, okay, so I'm on the right track. You're going to get things that make you go, okay, so this is good that I'm doing this. You're going to get like little follow-ups or little things that are going to show you you're on the right path, that you are making good decisions, that you're keyed in, clued in to something. You're going to get a lot of verification. I couldn't think of the word. You're going to get a lot of verification on that. Home in the sky. Again, we're getting about a home. So this could be, like I said, about a home, about your home, or something that's near and dear to you, like a home. And home in the sky is 41, breaks down to a 5, which is all about change or challenges. And 4 is stable, and a 1 is about new beginnings. So being challenged in a very stable way about what you love in your home, or whether that be work, a relationship, platonic, romantic, your community, your family, and it's very uplifting to you. This situation is very uplifting. You're taking something that's going to take, you're going to take a pause on something. Or maybe you should take a pause. There's two different ways to look at this. You might need to, either you're going to step back and take a pause. There's going to be a moment where you're going to be able to do this and appreciate what matters to you in your life. And it's going to feel so uplifting that you have this. Like appreciating the smaller things in life and then realizing this is where it's at. Your home, your community, your family, your loved ones, whatever that is, your craft, whatever that is that you love, that builds you up. Either you're going to have a pause, that you're going to step back and be able to see that for what it is and feel good about it, and it's going to be validated for you, or something is going to cause you to pause and slow down and then realize how important this is. However that happens, you're going to step back and take it and realize, I need to slow down and realize this, or something is going to make you slow down and take that pause and go, oh, I really need to realize what I'm doing, what the bigger picture is, what it's really all for. And of course, it's so funny. House of Flowers, and underneath the House of Flowers, we have the long way home. And this is all about 3 is creativity, 5 is, again, change or challenges, and 35 breaks down to an 8. So this is your abundance. And this is up in the air. We got this buoyancy again. So something that's making you feel cheerful, happy, or you have a higher perspective on something. Maybe your situation, you have a higher perspective on your what's valuable to you in your life. and it's been quite a long journey for you, and you realize that it's valuable, and it brings a lot of creativity to your life. It brings happiness, it brings whimsy, it brings the inner child out in you, maybe even. Because yeah, underneath this is oh sunny day. So yeah, really a lot of happiness in this. And maybe you didn't see that, or you didn't see the value in it, or maybe you need to, or you're not focusing on it, even though you know in the back of your mind that it brings it, you know how valuable it is, but maybe you need to pause more and realize that the people in your life, or the situation in your life that you've been spending so much time on, has a bigger value than you realize, and it is very uplifting. And maybe you were thinking about it in an opposite way. Maybe that's what that framework was, maybe framing it in a different way that was maybe bringing you some dissatisfaction that had something to do with a greedy energy, either making you feel like you didn't have enough, or someone else was cutting into your situation or your time in a very greedy way. In a greed like situation, whatever that is. So we have maddening pride, clarifying the to the moon and back. And this is like the Nine of Cups. Knowing and envision, and she knows exactly, she's thinking about it, like what she wants, and she's going to go to it to the moon and back. Like she'll do whatever she that's what she wants. Those are her desires. And the moon energy is there to remind us that it's not all what it seems, which reiterates this framing thing that I was talking about in this tricky situation. So I feel like you're going to start off realizing this is a tricky situation, and that it was framed inaccurately, however that was, but you're going to see it for what it is in this moon energy. You're going to get the intuition and see the bigger picture and realize it might be a little maddening because you didn't see it right away, but you're going to get the clarity on it, and it is going to bring you some quiet bliss. So it's going to bring you some peace of mind in this decision, in this day and night. Ones are all about new beginnings, very powerful energy. You could get a light bulb moment, because it's like the pioneer comes up and sees, is a visionary, you're going to see something, but you're doing something in a very cooperative way, bringing peace. That's why I keep feeling like it's more than one person. Could be a community, you and somebody else. Maybe you're the mediator in something, where some two people or two situations are fighting, whatever that is. In this decision, there's going to be a lot of balance brought to something, and it's going to bring a lot of peace, quiet bliss to a situation. And so realizing maybe you were distracted, caught up in something here, whatever that was, like fixating on getting this key to get you out of this situation, something that you had to do very creatively or strategically. It was very emotional. This whole thing is very emotional. We're dealing with something that's very emotional, but it's a earth element. So it could be a home, it could be a job, it could be something, I don't know, something of that. It doesn't necessarily have to be, but it could just feel very tangible to you in that way. But it is very emotional. I mean, you're having to utilize your heart chakra through this in a very stable and dependable way, in a cooperative way to bring peace and balance back to a situation or relationship. And you have a lot of strong intuition, because twos are all about that. And we got the sunny day. Yeah. And as I say, intuition underneath the sunny day, because I said underneath this card, we got the whimsy that you have, and then you're really happy about it. You're really happy about discovering the bigger picture and seeing through the fog. And you're ready for the sunshine to come in. And number 6 is like the high priestess energy. It's all about using your intuition and listening. 6 is all about harmony and love. And I had said a 4, it's funny I said that at the beginning, the number 4 that we got and the number 2 that we got in the numerology is a 6 when you add the 2 together. And 6 is all about love and harmony and bringing a different kind of energetic balance with your heart chakra in an emotional situation. So it makes sense that 6 would be out here very prominently working with the 4 and the 2 because they make up 6, balance and cooperation to bring in the harmony. So I feel like y'all are going to be having to negotiate, work out some things, finding a balance in whatever that you're doing, but you're going to realize the bigger picture and how it's all worth it in the end. Even if it's quite challenging, early on you understand the success of this because you're seeing through it. You're seeing through clearly what you need. You know, you're not lost anymore. You're not lost anymore. And whatever signals or warning signs, red flags you got, you've woken up to this. And what's very precious to you is what you've built. And whatever that is, in your relationship or relationships, your community, your job, your hobby, or working on yourself and building yourself up because you've come back from something and you're very proud of that and the work that you've done. And you understand the bigger picture of that. And it lifts you up like these balloons. And it makes you very happy, like this sunny day here. Just that sunshine. You're facing it. You're facing the sunshine. And you look forward to the happiness in your life, even though right now it might be a little challenging and having to balance some things, negotiation and cooperations, and there's a lot of adjustments going on right now, but there's a lot of waking up to that. So that's a good thing. As rocky as it might feel, you're aware of it, and that's half the battle. And I hope that that helped. That was very inspiring and uplifting to me to know that that's the energy that we're in, regardless of the challenges. We understand what it is and we see the bigger picture, and we're not getting caught. And this is about your water element. This is about water and heart chakra. So emotionally, you're very strong, and it's going to be your strength in this area, or we've strengthened that area. We've learned to conquer it, and we learn to be very strong in our emotions and handle anything that's quite emotional. So as hard as and challenging as it may be, you will overcome. And I hope everybody has a wonderful day and stay safe. And if you're new to my channel, if you like this reading and it resonated with you, please like it, share it, and subscribe. To my new subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing. And thank you for stopping by. And I hope to see you again. Bye.